the autograph. Across the water, they'll think I'm your dad, and you're my daughter. Je suis un rockstar, je suis un résident, je habite là, à la south of France. Voulez-vous partir with me and come and rester là with me in France? Je suis un rockstar, je suis un résident, je habite là, à la south of France. Voulez-vous partir with me and come and rester là with me in France? Je suis un rockstar, je suis un résident, je habite là, à la south of France. Voulez-vous partir with me and come and rester là with me in France?
Yes, and this was a hit.
Yeah, yeah, big one all around
This
the world.
Je suis un rockstar, you made this in your house in France?
Yeah, on a 4-track.
Because all the time you had
Terry
to...
Taylor.
You had to say to all these people in France, je suis un rockstar.
No, I didn't have to say it. I just did it for a laugh, and they took it serious. And then they said, we can't release a record in France. You're singing the wrong French. You have to correct the French, and then we can release it. And I said, that's the idea.
Yes.
You know, they never know.
There's not many songs of yours on the Rolling Stones album,
No.
and you wrote songs, so why are they not on the albums?
Never any room. There was never any chance to do them. Me and Keith always had adequate songs, enough songs, too many songs. So nobody else really had a chance to do it. So you had to, if you were creative and had ideas, you had to do it outside the band in other ways. So I was the first one to do solo records, the first one to do movie scores.
Was that your revenge?
Production, play on other people's... it wasn't a revenge, it's just...
I can imagine.
No, it's just a way of releasing the frustration and not being able to partake more of what's going on in the band.
Releasing frustration you can call revenge a little bit, can't we?
No, it's not a revenge. But it was nice to have the biggest solo hit ever.
Yes.
With a single Stone, yeah. And I think Mick not too happy about that.
No.
But the others didn't mind. Keith said, funny song.
By that time, I think we had the famous Mandy story that made you even more famous in the world than you already been. The press loved that.
Infamous, not famous.
Were you naive after looking at it backwards?
Naive?
Yeah, that you couldn't foresee that the press would just jump on you.
No, it came from the emotions, not from anything else.
Oh, that's naive.
It came from the heart. Yeah, it was naive and innocent, really. When I say innocent, I mean the reasons for it happening were innocent.
Yeah.
I mean, I slept with that girl for 9 months and I didn't touch her.
Right.
9 months, naked, didn't touch her. You know.
But the world didn't believe you.
The world never believes anything anyway. They always get the wrong stories and all that. So it's been elevated into something else. You know, if it happened to Joe Blow down the road, no one would ever know about it. And all my friends and all that, I was devastated when it happened because we'd already finished, broken up, and that story came out. She was young and she didn't understand, and she talked about it in front of newspaper people. And, and we'd already broken up. And I was in France, and I had to stay there for like 3 months.
You couldn't go back to England?
I couldn't go because the media were everywhere. They were outside my house, they were at the airport, they were everywhere. And all my friends and all that who were very supportive. Never heard from the Stones, by the way.
No.
But all my friends were very supportive, and they said, oh, this will go away in a week or two.
And lasted...
It remained in the press for 8 years.
Unbelievable. So you were naive, that you couldn't have foreseen that?
I was very foolish, but it was a heart thing, and it was the only thing that ever happened like that in my life.
Yeah, so you're in a good...
So I screwed up once, you know, badly.
You're entitled. You gave the world...
But we all do. We all have those skeletons in the cupboard, except mine. My cupboard was open for everybody to look into.
And then we have Jerry Lewis and Chuck Berry, so you're not in a row of...
Well, Jerry was funny. When he came back from England after being banned, and they said, you've just been thrown out of England for marrying your 13-year-old cousin, he said, it's not true. And they said, yes, it is. It's in all the press. And you married your 13-year-old cousin. He said, it's not true. And they said, yes, it is. He said, no, it's not. She's 12. I saw his last show.
Yeah?
The night he was thrown out of England.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
He's great.
Yeah. And the Treniers were on with him, and they were great too.
I read in your book that we're going to talk about after this clip that you've got two favorite Rolling Stones songs, Honky Tonk Women and Parachute Women.
Yeah, they always ask me which ones I like,
Yeah.
but yeah, I kind of like them too, yeah.